Good grief. It's something Charlie Brown says a lot. Is there such a thing? Continue to listen and watch to find out. I knew a couple weeks ago I would be doing this video soon, and I wasn't looking forward to it. My Aunt Sue died this week. It's been difficult. Loss always is. I will miss her greatly, and so will the world. She and her husband Steve have been a huge part of my life. We would always joke at hockey games that the next goal was huge. Her impact was as well. She was my godmother. As a kid, I always got a tree ornament from her. She was a good godmother because she always made me feel special. She nurtured my love for hockey. I've been to so many games with her I can't count. Frozen Fours, WCHA Final Fives, and the one I remember the most was when my grandpa on my mom's side had a stroke, and her husband Steve took me to a Gopher UMD playoff game at the old Mariucci Arena. It was a huge break and a relief, and it got me away from the stress I was feeling. Susan loved the Bemidji Beavers. She was so proud and excited when they made it to the Frozen Four in 2009. My Aunt Sue saw me. She believed in me. She taught me to be kind and generous as she was. She was humble. She believed in the positive intent of others. She volunteered at the Boys and Girls Club of Bemidji. She's an athletic Hall of Famer at BSU as a fan and a supporter. She united and organized people to make an impact. She spoke up for herself and others. I remember her saying when I was young, "I'm Sue Engel, not Mr. and Mrs. Steve Engel, like the envelope said." That's her in a nutshell. And she didn't stop reminding family when they still kept doing it. So the answer is, there is good grief. It's the price of love. I'm sad, but I'm going to make good grief. How? By accepting and living through it, and honoring her with my actions and living out the values she held so dear, by making a positive impact on people every day. Let's go back to the list before. How did my Aunt Sue do it? By nurturing and loving, believing in others, seeing people, teaching, volunteering, uniting and organizing, and speaking up. Please help me honor her by donating to one of her favorite charities, the Boys and Girls Club of Bemidji. I'll put a link in the email and in my bio on my social channels. She was someone who was willing to change the conversation and back it up with her actions. Her last words to me is, "I'm proud of you and I love you." I'll never forget that. I want to continue to make her proud and live her love out to the world. Let's do the same. Talk and learn about mental fitness. Share our emails and share us on YouTube, Insta, Facebook, and Twitter.